Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, my friends. Today is a big day for me. Today, well, we get back to Sci-Friday, and Sci-Friday, for all of you that might not know, is my exploration of the top 150 science fiction movies according to Rotten Tomatoes. Of those movies, I identify the ones that I haven't seen, which there are most of them. And then I pick and choose which ones I would like to kind of bring myself up to date on and expand my science fiction knowledge. Today is a big one, my friends. Today is the day where, being a huge fan of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, a huge fan of Mad Max Fury Road, I've never seen Mad Max. And for all intents and purposes, I haven't seen The Road Warrior either, other than the first like 15 minutes or something. As soon as that person lost their fingers with the razor boomerang as a kid, I was out and I never went back. But my friends, all that changes today, as I want to make sure that both in the Mad Max fandom and then of course it's science fiction at large, I expand my knowledge, I become a better fan of the genre and specifically of Mad Max. So my friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ringy ding ding, that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted anytime we go live for any Sci-Friday, science fiction, Star Trek, hell, anything. You'll be alerted and can join us. And of course, if you want any of those adventures early or in their full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description, my friends. But all that is then, and this is now, and there's nothing to it but to do it as we get ready to travel the apocalypse highway, the Fury Road of Mad Max. George Miller's 1980 creation finally unlocks its mysteries to me, my friends, as we prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. I have no idea what to expect here. It's an old school intro. The toe cutter? The Halls of Justice. Looks like it's seen better days. A few years from now.
Big Bopper, got you here. What's going down?
Big Bopper. Hello, baby. High fatality road deaths this year, 57. Dear Jesus. I turned on the, I was advised to turn on subtitles because there's so much like CB talk that you might want to pick up on.
Not this again! I've been assigned!
Meanwhile, multiple fatalities as these two idiots argue over who's driving.
I've seen the style before. Terminal psychotic.
Terminal psychotic, I would guess so. Okay, so he's a cop killer. Mel Gibson, everybody.
Okay, we're about a half mile off Anarchy Road. You'll see him any minute now.
Anarchy Road, are you kidding me?
Give it up for Jesus!
Oh, this is, okay, is this after the collapse? But there's still a police force, so. Driving barefoot. Ooh, stunts are gonna be dope in this, I can say.
Keep going, keep going. We're okay.
All right, those guys are all right. Is this guy calling himself the Knight Rider? All right. David Hasselhoff, he is not.
Shove over.
You're blaspheming again. I don't have to work with a blasphemer.
You didn't drive to the best of your abilities, my friend. I guess it's the Big Bopper. Big Bopper, move over. Those are ugly cars.
That Skag and his Flusy, they're gonna die.
Oh, this is just like a destroy. This isn't capture. Main forced Gosling 1. Like Baby Goose Gosling or Ryan Gosling.
He leaves the seat, goes through the windscreen, head first straight into the tree, right? And then bounces back through the windscreen. By the time we got to him, he was just sitting there trying to scream with his face ripped off.
Dear Jesus.
God, look at that.
Oh, is he a cop too? Or whatever the hell these guys are? Like I said, the subtitle said catch you later goose, so I'm assuming this guy is... Oh shit, he's a motorcycle cop? again, or whatever this force is. See, there's still like civilization. It looks like anyway. Jesus, kid. Oh, I can't watch this. If something happens to that kid, if he gets hit by a car, this will be a real short reaction video. Wow. Holy shit.
We're really gonna get it this time? He had his indicator on. Shut up!
Are they still in it? That radiator's not gonna last long, boys. And if you lose whatever's left of your bumper, that's taking out everything. These guys are, they're determined. There's got to be a better way to warn people to stay off the roads than screaming as you drive by. Oh, God. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, thank God. Jesus, I heard that pop and I thought they hit that kid. Oh my God. Jesus, got them all. Got Doctor Who.
You better send a meat track. Charlie's copped a saucepan in the throat.
Hey, Max.
Go ahead.
We are 100% snafu.
You okay?
Nothing the air and the traffics wouldn't fix.
Much damage?
Yeah.
Are you listening, Bronze? I am the Night Rider. I'm a fuel-injected suicide machine.
I don't doubt it, but I think emphasis on suicide if you're going up against my man.
I'm the Night Rider, baby.
You said that. Go get him, Max, in your ugly ass car. Man, who picked that color scheme? Woo!
The toe cutter. He knows who I am. I am the Night Rider.
Yeah, we got that, bud. We got that. Get a t-shirt or something so you don't have to keep screaming it. But the toe cutter, I'm assuming the toe cutter must be like the big bad of the area. And I don't like his name. It speaks of digit loss, which I am real bad with. You gonna play chicken with this guy? If that's what you're gonna do, I don't necessarily like the play here. Oh, you made him flinch. Oh no, you moved. Hey, Knight Rider, I think you know who you're dealing with now, don't you? Oh God, this guy broke. It's the end of the line, brother. He must, I don't know if he knows Max. Does he know like Max's reputation? Like this is it. Ho! Got him. Damn, how good looking was Mel Gibson back in the day? I mean, dear God. Take all of his whatever aside. Just the aesthetics, everybody. He, holy smokes. Everybody, I thought that was the soundtrack. And then it cuts over and she's just wailing on that saxophone. I don't know why that struck me as funny, but you rarely see somebody playing for a saxophone for others. Holy shit, that is so funny.
After 3 days, I feel so...
Had broken from custody and escaped in the police vehicle.
You made
He
the
was
news
awaiting
again.
a rainment on...
Yeah, I mean, there's a news. Okay, so this has got to be before the collapse, right? Has to be. I mean, it doesn't look like the world's doing great, but it doesn't look like it's been destroyed or anything like we've seen in, well, I've seen in Thunder Road or Fury, or Thunderdome or Fury Road. So is this his wife? We have had hints of this in Fury Road, like these visions that he saw of the kid. Oh, and there's his kid, if that's his. It's weird seeing like Mad Max in like a domestic setting or like a non-apocalyptic setting. Is that kid playing with a hand cannon? Why the dramatic horns there? Is this Goose? With a super broken leg? It's pretty impressive, driving that thing around like that. Okay, mechanic maybe? Like motor pool? Looks like it. Oh, me likey.
The last of the V8 sucks nitro. Face, forehead, twin overhead.
Last of the V8s.
How the hell did you get all this together?
Just happened, Max. You know, piece from here and a piece from there.
Good job, dude. That's a hell of a piece of machinery.
When do we go for a ride?
Yeah, dude, I know very little about what's going on here other than these cops are not really cops and shit's bad.
Our top pursuit man wants to quit the road, and we have to seduce him with candy.
So when I got from that, they think that Max wanted to quit the road, so they enticed him with this vehicle. We talk about crosstalk a lot in Star Trek. Like in the original series, they have like the bridge will have people talking all the time, getting different reports from around the ship. A lot of that going on with the CB or the radios here.
I've got a problem.
What's that?
Well, his friends. Word's out there out to get you.
It's good jockeys.
Yeah, nomad trash.
Well, I'll add it to my threat collection.
Yeah, but that's not a great thing. These guys are looking to kill me. I mean, there's definitely a semblance of, it's kind of Old West, like American Old West looking, but still civilization. I wonder if these are the Night Riders' friends. And if so, why are they all riding bikes? And why are there a million of them? Seems like a good way to waste gas. The world might not be in the apocalypse yet, but by God, look fashionable on the way out. I'm assuming, is that going to be our toe cutter guy? Dude, you're doing a lot of eyeballing there. Oh boy.
Let's see the agent and sign the papers.
Where do we find this agent?
I was going to say, Bud, you need to be more, like, helpful here. These guys are dangerous. Or they think they're dangerous, which is its own type of danger.
That must be your friend over there. But didn't leave much of him.
Must have cut his heart out.
This guy's got a lot of, like, smart-ass comments for somebody surrounded by a biker gang. I mean, you got balls, Bud.
Poor bastard.
There.
The Night Rider. That is his name.
Night Rider. Got it. I think I heard him scream it about 2,000 or 3,000 times.
Remember him when you look at the night sky.
I will.
I will not. I will not think any more of him. I don't think he's special. And thus, my end is sealed in Mad Max.
Bubba. Johnny.
Which one is which? I'm gonna go blonde Bubba, dark-haired Johnny. I'm assuming that's Toe Cutter too. I don't know. Oh yeah, this poor dude. Get your girlfriend or whoever out of there, man. Holy shit! Yeah, time to leave. That's a cool ass car. It also looks like something a bunch of people would want to steal. See, I don't doubt this type of stuff at all. If the society started to collapse, I'm in that camp that says this shit happens quick. This shit happens real quick.
No worries.
Dude, big worries. Guy looks like Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac. You've got some worries, bud. What's he have on the hood? Oh, hey, that's a hatchet. Dude, he's in a motorcycle, man. Serpentine. Oh, I think I know where this is going, and oh, poor girl. Ooh, I hate this shit. I hate this shit. I hope I'm wrong. God, this shit's brutal, man. Oh, dear God. I don't want to see this, guys. George, cut away, bud. Jesus, this is awful. I think I like the world in the apocalypse better.
They get out of jail free card.
Okay, so some time passed. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if some time has passed because Goose is not in a cast anymore. Something obviously happens to Goose.
Hey, Max.
Because...
Yep. Hey, fella, hey, stop!
Oh, God.
Hey, fella, you're a turkey, you know that?
Dude, I think something absolutely fucking horrible has just happened to that guy. What's going on here? That's one of the gang.
Okay. It's okay now.
Oh, God.
It's all right. No one's gonna hurt you.
No, anymore?
Hey, they'll come back.
Oh, my God. Oh, this shit's very hard for me to watch. Yeah, take this guy out, man. I mean, I'm all for justice and everything, but I'm all for justice in this case. I'm pretty sure that's Johnny. Oh, well, for God's sakes.
Remember him? When you look up at... When you look...
It's in the name, bud. Night Sky.
Well, well, well.
I mean, at least he's got Goose. I mean, I've never seen Max have a partner before, which probably means something terrible happens to Goose, but...
No way. Not me, not for him.
But it's not for him.
It's
For me.
Yeah. This is cult shit.
It's nothing like a Knight Rider!
Get on back there, Bubba. Face the music. I hope. Maybe Bubba's a badass. I don't know. But one Bubba's a lot better than 30 of those guys. This music is so strange. I don't know the choices for the music, but... What is going on? I just need a little setup as to why everything is so shitty. Is it just the natural degradation of society, or did something happen and this is like society trying to hang on? I don't know which side of the apocalypse we're on. Right before it or like right after it.
I think they're out there.
Oh my God, that's the dude that took one in the throat, the Big Bopper.
To bring a toothbrush.
I'm obviously spun up. My stomach is going nuts. For all of you that don't know, anytime I watch something that's tense or scary, my stomach reacts. It becomes the reactor. It's an interesting, what's his name? McAfee. McAfee working the neckerchief, the untied neckerchief.
Jesus Christ, you're not going to let him walk out the door, Fifi.
That's exactly what you're going to do.
Shut up. Oh, keep on, Johnny.
All right, we still have laws of some kind that seem to be as backwards as they are now.
Goose.
I like Goose. Goose, you're dead, buddy. As soon as I like somebody, you're dead.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, take him out. Take him out. Oh, come on, Max. Not you too, man. You saw what they did. Man, this would have been served a lot better with more subtle music. I'm not trying to harp on it. I understand what it is, but...
We know who you are, Bronze.
We'll see you on the road, Skag. We'll see you on the road like we saw the Knight Rider.
There's too many of them. I can see where this is going. I can see where this is going. It's not like it's being cleverly disguised either.
Reality is a gang of children.
She's mad.
At least these guys are nuts.
Mudguts. Get out of there.
Mud Guts. Nice name. Did you pick that yourself, dickhead?
Kundalini. Put her against the post.
Kundalini? I take it all back, Mud Guts. You chose correctly, Mud Guts. Kundalini.
You just don't have the style, do you? Chicken shit.
Bubba's the one I'm scared of. Johnny's the one I want to see dead. Johnny's phony tough. Bubba? I think Bubba might be the real deal.
To keep your sweet mouth shut.
Okay, They are establishing, Mr. Miller, you've done it. I understand that this entire group is insane. Let's just walk out into the water with this double-barreled shotgun. Sugartown Cabaret. A lot of bare feet in this one, everybody. The apocalypse or pre-apocalypse is no place for shoes. Goose, you gotta stay frosty, brother, because are they fucking with his bike? Biggest pussy move ever. Take me to the edge of the dream. She's apparently talking to you, Goose. Would you guys, I don't know if you could see that in the window. Man, there is like tracking shit all through this version, this copy. This is not clean. I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. It's very 70s. 70s theater. Oh man, please don't let him go out with some type of like bomb. I really don't like this guy. Yeah, you're tough. Not that I could, you know, hold a lit thing, but I mean, this guy's pretending to be tough. I never pretend that. Yeah, he's just gonna crash, like the fucking tire's gonna come off or something. Man, I think George Miller just liked to go fast. I think my man just likes to go fast. There it goes. Oh, God. That's okay. Are you all right? It looked like it hit water. No, he's up. Nothing broken. His fucking bell's probably rung, but...
Hey, Mitch. Don't ride off the goose until you see the box going into the hole.
Oh, that's foreshadowing.
Jimmy the Goose. Far to the right and twice as ugly.
That didn't kill him, so they're going to have to do it up close and personal, or... I think I dramatically underestimated the amount of driving we would have in this movie. A lot of people like to sing and scream while they're driving, too. Oh, here's this dickhead. Well, that was a hell of a shot. Oh, you're in a bad way now, buddy. Oh, boy.
It's a threshold moment, Johnny.
Okay, this isn't what I want.
Oh, really?
Look at him.
He's hurt.
Silly, isn't he? Upside down.
He's hurt. He's pale, too. Is he dead or alive?
Max. Max. Max.
Oh my God, he's alive. Oh, holy shit, friends. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't want to see this. Oh, I'm gonna watch. I don't want to. Oh, good they didn't show us. I bet you it was absolutely horrific. I'm super glad they didn't show us. I can imagine how bad it is, but I don't want to see that. Experimenting with those shots, aren't they?
Here I am, trying to put sense to it. And I know there isn't any.
Dude, you don't have to get it clear in your head. I mean, it's supposed to screw you up. Being able to move past something like that real quick is not a great look. Now, speaking of great looks, McAfee's a big guy.
Through? Again?
No, not again. I'm through. I'm quitting.
Sit down.
All right, I'll tell you how it is. You're a winner, Max. You're on the top shelf. And I'm not going to lose you because of some crazy notion about quitting.
crazy notion. Goose is a charcoal briquette.
I'm scared, Thief.
There you go.
You know why? That red circus out there. I'm beginning to enjoy it.
That actually makes sense.
You still feel the same way when you come back? Well, it's okay by me.
Yeah, I mean, technically he's giving him pay, I guess.
You'll be back, Rockatansky. Yo, ho, Max!
Rockatansky? What does Rockatansky mean? Oh, he's out. He is. Are they moving or just? This is just life. Oh, they're getting a dog from apparently a sleuth of some kind. Retired sleuth selling hounds. Yes, he's got plenty of them. When I'm not solving murders, I'm selling hounds. Okay, the subtitle said Jesse cheering and clapping. Maybe I missed it before, but Jesse must be his wife.
I remember staring down at his shoes. They were special shoes. Brown. And he always kept them really shiny.
This is a great story, Max. Could you tell it again?
I don't want to wait 10 years to tell you how I'm feeling about you right now. Do you know why?
They're not served by the writing in this. Other than the slang. The slang is cool, but I don't know if that's like transposed from or kind of taken from like Australian slang. I know that most of Thunderdome and Fury Road have like their own slang language.
Sproggo has talked me into buying him an ice cream, so
Sproggo? I hope to God that's a nickname. Okay, so I'm going to make a determination here, everybody. This has to be before the world-ending apocalypse, because you don't have ice cream shops, right, after the apocalypse. It's a safe bet, right?
Main course and dessert.
Oh, shit, this is Mudguts? Oh, for fuck's sake. Man, of all the ice cream joints in all of the pre-apocalyptic world. That was probably the wrong move. That would have ripped that dude's arm out of its socket.
Hey, fella! What about the tire?
Well, the one they've got on there seems to be doing real nice, so... Get inside, bud. You don't seem like a bad dude, so...
Who are they?
A couple. Passing through. Said they were heading north. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, he owes Max and Jesse nothing. He can say whatever he wants to save his skin. I don't behoove that guy any of that. Jesus, death around every corner in this world. I'm not even sure if this is even better than like... I mean, at least in Fury Road, you know where you stand. This is like there's a semblance of hope or safety, an illusion.
what you got there, mate?
It did. It did rip it off. See, that's what happens when you're crazy. When you're crazy, you think you can lasso a fucking car.
Sounds okay to me, Jess.
No.
If Ziggy says so, believe me.
Boy, this music is just so...
Expecting me up at the farm sometime.
It's not the best choices for these scenes. Which should we go with? Do we have the bomb defusal music? Let's do that.
I reckon you ought to connect the doohickey to the gizmo.
That would be me. That would be me. That's how well versed I am in automobile repair.
Okay, Tarzan. I'll bring you back some bananas.
I know something terrible happens to Jesse and the Sprago, the ill-named Sprago, but...
You meet Benno down there. Don't let him trouble you. He's only a baby.
Benno?
Sure, May.
May? Benno. I don't know who... May is the woman. Benno is a mystery. This beach is, I mean, we sure it's anywhere? It'd be funny if it was just the stump. We'd know who it was then. Let me go out in the middle of nowhere. We recently had a run-in with a biker gang. Oh, Puppard. This has a lot of like horror movie qualities to it, and I have seen painfully few horror movies. But this definitely has a lot of, you know, the tension. Run, hun. Run. Run, 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 run. Run. I mean, drop everything and run. Don't worry about your picnic lunch, everything. Drop everything and run. Run, 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 run. This is, I don't know why I'm saying this. She's not going to make it. Oh, dear God. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, my God. Max, go. If she's that close, go, dude. Is Hillbilly McGee a member of the biker gang? Light him up, regardless. Wrong place, wrong time. Oh, that's the guy she said don't let him bother you. What's his name? Benno? Can you fight, big guy? Oh, don't get hurt though, kid. Now that I know you're all right, don't get hurt.
But it's all over now. Everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's probably not the case.
Oh. I've just got to go and make a phone call.
Yeah, hurry, hurry, hurry.
Then we'll have a nice hot cup of tea, eh?
Yeah. Let's tea. Sounds great. Back up first. Tea later. I like how the kid is conveniently just gone whenever they need him to be gone.
Oh no.
How did you forget about your fucking kid? Oh, for God's sakes. My stomach is going absolutely insane. I apologize. I will try to mute this in editing, my friends.
Well, it's our little mother.
Oh, God.
It's Kundalini. And Kundalini wants his hand back.
I want my baby.
Tell you what. I'll swap you.
Nice top-knot dickhead.
Me my baby.
Jesse. You've not got a sense of humor.
Why the fuck would we keep a hand, dude?
Hold it! Right there!
Shoot, May.
Stand back. Stay back.
Woman.
Stay back.
Don't get close, honey. Don't get close.
Open that door. Every one of you in there. Put the babe on the ground.
Good job, May.
Jesse, get the van.
She's got some type of braces on, too, on her, like, calves and lower legs. You only got one shot left. Don't look away. Oh, my God. You only got one shot left in that, May, and they know it. 2 seconds later, and they break through that. Hell, Jesus, good job, May. How does Kundalini ride his motorcycle now? That was realistic. I joked that I thought it would rip his arm out of its socket, but ripping his hand completely off, well, shit, that's something else.
What are you trying to say?
And get out and run. May, you are the only sane motherfucker in this movie. Reload, honey. Do you got another shot? They're coming right for you. No, don't run on the road, Jesse. she get any of them? Oh no, get off the road. Get off the road. Wow. Wow, that's tough to watch. It didn't even show anything, but boy, oh boy, that's fucking tough to watch. Whew. Oh my God, you can't help but put yourself in Max's position. Holy shit. Are they both gone? They're both gone, aren't they? Whew. Oh man. Are they still alive?
That's not a problem, huh? Multiple traumas, spleen, liver, lung, flail chest, left neck of femur, renal shutdown.
Oh my God.
Is salvageable? Yeah, sure. We got all the science back last night. Relative? The husband.
They lost a kid.
Listen.
So Jesse lived, but Sprago died? She's so messed up. No, you know what, bud? I get it. I get it. If this is where you go crazy, 1,000%, I get it. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, let's do this. Okay, I'm in it. It's vengeance. I gotcha. Oh, is this the tire guy? This poor son of a bitch had nothing to do with it.
I mind my own business, don't I? I mean, they'll kill me, won't they?
Oh my God.
Night Rider. Toe cutter. Not a Zanetti. There's more.
Zanetti is his last name.
Johnny the boy.
Johnny the boy. I'm in it. I want to see these guys horrifically murdered. That might sound insensitive, and I'm glad. Yeah, I can see where George Miller got a lot of inspiration for future films, like the guy driving around with the mannequin strapped to his back. Look at that shit. That shit looks like straight from Fury Road. Seems like a lot of trouble to get a can or two of gas. You guys are so tough. Why don't you just pull them over? Ooh, look at that fucking ride, man. Well, there's only 5 of them. There used to be a whole shitload of them. I guess they were just part of a bigger group. You can take 5, Max. Especially in that absolute beast. Nitro. Go right through him, dude. By the way, can we hear it for May again? Only person in this world that apparently has her shit about her. Yeah, spin this sucker around. Get him right at the hump. Yeah, come right when they crest a hill. Hell yes. Oh, pricks got lucky. Ooh, catch that tire clipping that dude in the back of the helmet. I bet you that was not a fun stunt. What? This prick, man. Oh, they're not even with him. Oh, shit. That's right, prick. It's payback time. It's payback time, prick. So this is Bubba Zanetti and Toe Cutter. So that they do have more people in their gang. I thought Bubba and Toe Cutter were in that group of 5. So we've got 7. Johnny wasn't driving. 8. I don't like this. Do they know you're coming? This seems like a setup. Seems like a setup. No. To quote a future Mad Max, that's bait. Because we didn't see anybody crash there. We saw them crash on the bridge. He's got a sawed-off Double barrel shotgun. Where the fuck did they come from? That was a hell of a shot with a... Was that a pistol? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, get up. Dude, you're dead if you don't get up.
Quit toying, Bubba!
Easy. I know what I'm doing.
See, Bubba's the one I was scared of from the jump. He's too quiet. He's legit. He's a legit tough guy. Well, he was. That was Bubba, right? Get fucked, man. Get up. Get up, Max. Toe Cutter always has a fly buzzing around him. Always. I don't know what that says for the actor. Oh, Johnny boy taking off through the field. Well, your car's okay, right? They didn't do anything to the car. Man, he fucked up his leg something fierce. But they shot him... Where'd they shoot him? Through the knee or the calf? It looked like the calf at first, but it looks like they took his fucking knee out, man. Oh my god. Good. Bird already pecking at Bubba. Actually, you know what? I was going to say he doesn't need his left to drive, but I don't know. That's how stupid I am and how woefully ignorant I am about cars. Because of the positioning of the steering wheel in this one, where are the pedals? Are they center side left or like, you know, like North American center side right in the wheel well or the driver well? Doesn't matter. Fuck it. He's driving. Fucking go get him, man. This is Toe Cutter, right? Speed up that film. Fuck it. I don't care. Oh, give him just the gentlest of taps. And send him absolutely eating shit out into that field. Hey, we'll see you on the flip, Toe Cutter. All right, no way he survived that. 0.0% chance that he's alive. So not counting the nameless folk that we have, like Kundalini, one-armed Kundalini, and what was his name? Mudguts. I'd kill them all anyway, but Johnny's the one that needs to go out. He's the last of the named ones I would think of. I guess, but you know, honestly, Toe Cutter and Bubba were the worst ones. Car off the road. I wouldn't fall for that shit again. So MFP stands for Main Force. Is that what that is? Oh, Johnny, you're just out murdering still, huh? How you doing, prick?
Hey, man, this isn't what it looks, man. You know, I just come down here to check it out, then.
Oh, burn him up like goose, buddy.
What are you doing?
God, how's he even standing? It looks like it took his knee, but I don't think it matters at this point.
Ow! Oh!
Oh, stop crying.
Nothing to do with anything going on back there, man.
And then how did you know about the things going on back there, man?
What did you say? What are you doing?
You didn't say anything, bud. That's the point of this.
Hey, listen, I'm not a bad man. I'm sick, see? Like, I'm sick.
Okay. Well, I've got the cure for you then, bud. Good news. Good news. Your prescription is at hand, and it's ready for pickup.
You can't kill me! Not for stealing a man's food!
How about burning up Goose? Killing my kid and maiming my wife. Was that worth death?
The chain in those handcuffs is high tensile steel. It'll take you 10 minutes to hack through it with this. Now, if you're lucky, you can hack through your ankle in 5 minutes. Go.
You're mad, man. You think I look silly, don't you?
Dude, you got painfully little time. What's he gonna cut through? Doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. I would have liked to have known if he had tried it. Boy, oh boy, this movie got me spun up. Pissed. I am pissed. They're all dead. Seriously? Holy shit. Talk about an abrupt ending. Oh my God. All right, my friends, we just got done watching the 1980 George Miller classic Mad Max. And the only thing we have left to do now, my friends, is, of course, to talk about it. All right, my friends, we just got done watching the 1980 classic Mad Max by George Miller, starring Mel Gibson. I don't know if this is George Miller's first movie. I don't know, exactly what type of budget he had. It seems like it was not a lot. Again, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, yeah, this is a low budget movie. I mean, they did a lot with what they had, but I'm going to tell you this. It's very interesting for me to see where, like, when you get a movie like Fury Road, which, full disclosure, I think is one of the best movies ever constructed. I think that the cinematography, the acting, the story, the language and research that went into the dialects that, were part of the denizens of that world, just the sweeping expanses, the set pieces, the vehicles, everything, exceptional. It was an amazing movie. And I think that if someone were to describe the movie to someone, or even to me, without having kind of any context about the Mad Max world, I'd think to myself, how can what you just described to me be a great movie? Fury Road's a masterpiece in my mind. So that's where I stand. Obviously, I respect anybody else's opinion about it. I just think that, Fury Road is a fantastic movie. Now, with that being said, Mad Max is not. And I'm not trying to be derogatory. I really appreciate seeing where movies come from, where characters come from, where stories come from, where the origins of, these things. I think my biggest problem with Mad Max, with what we just watched, is that they did very little to tell us about the world. I'm so glad I had the suggestion. I had multiple people tell me that leave your subtitles on, because there's so much radio chatter, like in the CBs and the TVs and things like that, that provides you with a little bit more context as to what's going on. And it did, but it really wasn't that much, other than to kind of location stamp where certain people were. Like, for instance, towards the end there, they were saying, hey, be on the lookout for, a black interceptor. It was taken illegally, and that was obviously Max in the black police car. My assumptions for this is that, Mad Max we eventually see in a post-apocalyptic world. This is pre-apocalyptic. It has to be. There's too much civilization left. There's television. There's, a semblance of a police force, obviously, things have gone to utter shit in that there are people dying left and right from, random acts of violence and things like that. So the world's not in great shape, but it's certainly not post-apocalyptic, at least not in my mind. So that's how I'm going to take it. The fact that they didn't even tell us that, like, even like a text scroll at the beginning, or a text splash at the beginning of it, the year is so-and-so, crime is going through the roof, society's on the verge of collapse, something like that. Something very simple could have kind of explained to us and placed us in this time, other than, it's sort of a slog. You're getting in there, you're trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with the world, but at the same time, you're trying to learn characters. You're given like the Big Bopper, and he takes a throat shot, and he's got a mic, and you're like, oh, okay, so there's a lot going on with a character we really get very little with after the first 5 minutes. Goose is fleshed out a bit. We know he's a hothead. We know that he's good at his job. Not really a hothead. He's just aggressive in his police force, or his police duties. Max is somebody, by his own definition, that we get later in the movie, where he's worried about his own sanity staying out on the road. He thinks the longer I'm out on the road, the closer I become to one of these gangs. And that was probably the most prophetic thing that was said in this movie. He kind of predicts what he ends up being. If you think about, like, I haven't seen Road Warrior, so I don't know what he's like in Road Warrior. But with Thunderdome and Fury Road, he is one of these, like, by all intents and purposes, looks like one of these gangs or one of these, these killers or these, road survivors or however you want to, or maybe just survivor at that point. But, he does become the road at some point. I'm very curious to see. I definitely have to see Road Warrior now because I want to know what happens to Jesse, if it's even mentioned, because Jesse's not in Thunderdome. Jesse is not in Fury Road. But I just don't know. I don't think it explains what happens to Jesse in that one or what happens to Sprago in that one, other than, Sprago we know gets run over and killed. God, that was a horrific scene. This is a movie that was really a lot of driving, a lot of like vehicular stunts, and then like moments of pure savagery. Now, with that being said, those moments of pure savagery could have been a lot more graphic. Miller cut away a couple times, like when that poor guy that was in the flame car and his girlfriend or whoever she was got taken off, and then they found her later with like a leash around her. I mean, we can pretty much assume what happened there was horrific. We didn't see it happen though, which I'm glad about, because I think that, if you were really going to drop the hammer and put the pedal to the metal, no pun intended, that's where you would have gone, and then like showing Jesse and Sprago get run over. They didn't show us that. They just showed the shoe and the ball kind of hitting, which in itself was the imagery of that scene was very good. One of the the sentiment and the tension and the emotion of that scene was very good. This movie had a lot of construction issues. They didn't do a good job of telling us when time had elapsed, other than giving us like physical cues, like when Goose's full body or full leg cast or half leg cast became just a wrap around his leg, and you can only assume that like 6 weeks had passed. Yeah, I guess, since we'd seen that. And they didn't really tell us, when he said he was going to take a couple weeks off and then we had a road trip, we don't know how much time, not that it really matters, but whenever as a creator you fail to dictate the passage of time to your audience, it's not a bad thing for your story. It's a bad thing if the audience is wondering, well, when are we in relation to the last scene? Oh, something seems different. That takes them out. They're thinking about other stuff and they're spun up over just trying to, it's a normal human thing to do. What's the passage of time? What season is it? Has it been a week? And even those moments of distraction, I think, take away from this movie and the construction of what he wanted to do with this movie. The other thing is the music was fucking awful. I mean, I'm not trying to be over dramatic with that, but the music was really, really poorly placed. I don't think the music selections were themselves bad. I think that their placement in the actual story was off. You had a very tender sentiment moment, like a sentimental kind of emotional moment, and they're, like I told you, I joked in the reaction, they're playing like bomb defusal music, high tension, high, I mean, it was just, everything was like, it was just, in a nutshell, it was poorly placed. So, taking into consideration the over-the-top nature of Fury Road and Thunderdome, with these incredibly eccentric, incredibly, out there characters. I don't, the biker gang and, Johnny the Boy and Bubba and Toe Cutter and their behavior wasn't really off-putting to me, or I didn't think it was like bad acting, because I've seen the similar kind of, I know what George Miller likes when in his gangs and in his like, villains or whatever. So that one was fine with me. And I think that the guy that played Goose was very good, was very believable. I don't think that Mel Gibson had too much to work with, other than the scene where, Jesse and his child were killed. But that was a distant shot, him running up to the bodies. So we got to hear some kind of, I'm not even sure if it was live recording or it was like ADR inserted, dialogue or audio when he arrived there. And then he never really had to really explore the grief of Max. Like that. I think of the shot just outside. He's of the hospital room, and the doctor or nurse or whoever says, "Oh, he's been out there staring like a zombie all day." And listen, I get it. That is an absolute reaction, and I'm not saying that what Mel Gibson did was bad. I'm saying he didn't have a whole lot to work with. Again, Those could be choices that Gibson made. Gibson could have said, you know, Max would have just shut down. He'd be a singular focus, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Or it could have been a direction. You know, George Miller saying, hey, we need a singular focus, and then Gibson. Mel Gibson, say what you will about the guy. Mel Gibson's a hell of an actor. And not only can he act, but in the behind the scenes stuff, like where he directs, he is so emotive when he is providing direction to his actors. You know, he has the chops to be able to show you exactly what he wants in a scene or what he thinks you should do in a scene. And it's powerful enough to convince a lot of actors to go in the direction that he said. I've watched a ton of like behind the scenes stuff of like just at Braveheart and a bunch of the other movies that he's done. Apocalypto was another one that he really physically showed his stars what he needed done. Really fascinating. If you ever had a chance to watch some of the behind the scenes stuff of his method of direction, it's impressive. It's very impressive. Again, say what you will about the guy. I'm looking only at his craft. But the movie in and of itself, I'm glad I saw it, but it is not a good movie. Not for me. You know, and again, full disclosure too, because this is part of my Sci-Friday series where I look at the top 150 movies, science fiction movies according to Rotten Tomatoes, and then, you know, react to them and watch them. This movie I don't think was on there. Mad Max is not on the top 150 list, but Road Warrior is. And I figured I want to watch Road Warrior, and I haven't seen Mad Max, so I have to watch it this time around. I'm going to watch Mad Max before I watch the Road Warrior, and maybe, you know, Thunderdome and Fury Road, just to kind of get my head in the complete space and see what kind of themes carry through and all that good stuff. But this movie didn't give me a whole lot. It didn't give me anything about the world. I had to presuppose everything that was going on. It gave me the origin story, I guess, of Max, in that, you know, I already knew that he had a family and he lost it, but I got to see how it happened. Whoever Max was before what happened to Jesse and Sprago is not the same Max as what happened after. This Max is understandably and irrevocably changed. For the worse. He is shattered. The event lived up to what I imagined, how horrific I imagined it being. To make a man like this, it's almost like the apocalypse doesn't matter to Max. You know, he already had his apocalypse. You know, I'm assuming Jesse dies at some point, because even though she was alive, she doesn't appear anymore unless it's in the Road Warrior. So that's going to be another, you know, she was maimed, which is horrible enough, and his child was killed. Drop the bombs after that for all you want, or create whatever apocalypse you want after that. You know, you've already suffered. And so, you know, that was the creation of the character, but that was at the very end of the movie. And when I mean the very end of the movie, I mean, you're like, yay, Johnny the Boy's dead, and it's credits. I mean, nothing else, no explanation. There is I don't know if, they only had a limited number of words they could use in this movie. You know, they had reached their syllabic limit. I don't know, but they just decided, it segues to my final statement. The actual language that was being used, the slang, I thought was great. The background cross chatter on the CBs was very helpful. The actual line delivery, the actual dialogue, wow, some of that was just really bad. And maybe bad's a too strong a word. It was not evocative. It was not it was not something that, I mean, you're not going to quote any lines from here, you know, other than the high tensile steel, you know, takes 10 minutes to cut through that, 5 minutes to cut through your foot. I'll remember that, just because I thought that was absolutely brutal and fantastic. But at the same time, you know, if you want to learn something about the world of Mad Max, strangely enough, will not help you. If you want to learn something about the character of Mad Max, and you, like me, you've seen some of the later movies, you're not going to get a whole lot from the revelation or actually seeing Jesse and his kid, you know, meet their end, or presumably with Jesse. It does little to, it shows you the very origin of Max, where he came from, what his occupation was, how he became shattered, which, I mean, are all incredibly important things for the character, because the character, and let's not, I need to make sure that I'm not getting ahead of myself here. In Thunderdome and Fury Road, and I don't know what it's like, obviously, with Road Warrior, Max doesn't reveal hardly anything about himself. I mean, you don't get a lot of description or a lot of backstory or anything from Max. Max is a very, very silent protagonist, you know. In Thunderdome and again in Fury Road, you know, he's kind of along for the ride. Like he gets drawn into these circumstances. He doesn't like actively look to help people. Again, I don't know what that's like in Road Warrior, but it seemed, you know, with Thunderdome, he goes into Bartertown, gets looped into everything, and you know ends up with the gulag, you know, banishment. And then in Fury Road, you know, he gets captured by Immortan Joe and his group, and then he just gets wrapped into the whole thing. So it's not like he's actively looking to be a hero or actively looking to join anybody. You know, he's a very isolated character. And that doesn't change whenever he's interacting with people, at least not what I've seen. Again, Road Warrior is now my lone question mark about the character of Max. And again, I looked up and it says Rockatansky. Is that Max's last name? Is Max's last name really Rockatansky? I mean, all right, but that's a name. Max Rockatansky? I heard him called that and I thought that was like some type of like slang. But apparently, whenever I closed it out, or at the end it said Max Rockatansky, Mel Gibson. All right. Yeah, that's what I learned from this one. All right, my friends. Well, you know what? Am I glad I saw it? Absolutely. I can finally say I saw Mad Max. Is it something that I will watch again? Maybe with a different cut, or maybe if somebody were to be like, hey, you know what? Look, watch it again, but instead focus on this or focus on that. I would be inclined to do so. I'm not going to write the movie off as something that I hate and despise and I'll never watch again. No, not at all. You know, it holds enough nostalgia just for maybe another watch at some point. But on this, the initial watch, I thought it was a weak movie. Not a weak movie, but it was in comparison, comparatively speaking, with the others. You know, of the ones I've seen, Thunderdome and Fury Road, this is by far the weakest of the movies. Which is fine. This is where everything started. And, you know, it was, I always look at it this too. I might think that Mad Max was a weak movie now that I'm going back. And, you know, I have the privilege of future productions to kind of compare it against. But again, when it came out, I'm sure it was revolutionary, you know, not necessarily like high cinema, but somebody was probably like, oh my God, we've never seen this before, which they hadn't at the time. And so Mad Max was good enough to make The Road Warrior, which was good enough to make Beyond Thunderdome, which was good enough to 30 years later, you know, make Fury Road, which brings up Furiosa. You know, so it's endearing enough and it was strong enough to create those sequels and create a mystique and a legend. So I have to give it credit for that it absolutely, in the time period in which it was brought out and presented to the world, it struck enough of a chord to have this story continued and have George Miller get the funding to continue the story. So my, you know, in 2024, when I'm watching this, my observations of Mad Max don't mean a hill of beans. You know, the legend's already been written. But I can still say that Mad Max, to me, is a weak movie. Maybe I'll look at it differently in the future, but I am glad that I watched it. All right, my friends, if you've stuck with me in this long, do me a favor and hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and you'll be alerted anytime we go live with any of our Sci-Friday material, any science fiction, any Star Trek. We'll let you know and you can join us. And of course, my friends, if you want any of that stuff early or in its full-length format, link to our Patreon is in the description. And so, my friends, as we say goodbye here from the origins of Max Rockatansky, I think what we'll do is let's get ready. I think it's a moral imperative now that we watch The Road Warrior. So until we jump back into what I'm assuming is the apocalyptic world in Road Warrior, and again, just remember for your homework, if you're out driving around and you have a flat and you have to stop and get it repaired, for God's sakes, push back. Don't eat ice cream. Just leave the ice cream where it is. Trust me, it'll help. And if you just have to have ice cream, go ahead and have it and Vulcan roll. And I'll see you next time, friends. My friends, today we are watching some Sci-Friday in what people have called Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior.